Hello and welcome to another Springfield build. Now, I think I'm going to do 82 Evergreen Terrace. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping I've got enough space here. I'm going to have to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers, TJ Bradley, because he seems to be doing a bit of work here. Done my crusty head and is currently doing some work on the inside of Krusty Burger. I think he actually waited like 2 weeks for me to go and see his Springfield, like I said I would, and then I don't know, I may have the best intentions of doing things and then I actually get sort of postponed by either family or, you know, you just start doing things. So anyway, we're going to get started with this build. So I'm going to use my white stained clay, and I'm thinking for this side, we're going to start on the far side. So how far are we away? We want to keep it a good distance, but try and keep in mind that we want to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the window area. Now we can't put in window frames because the colors are not going to work. So at best, we're going to end up with window frames like that, just like a quick seal, because I don't really want to be splitting up the window by having to put the blocks in the middle and then blocks on the sides like so, because then for every other window it means I've got to do not only the window size but the frame as well. So I'm just literally going to leave it like that, and the reason I'm doing the 7 because it should be, say, like a 2 window here, a 4 and a 2. So I thought we'd stick with 7 rather than the 8. I'm not sure if it should be 2 blocks thick here, but I'm trying to sort of expand the build as we're going already, and the reason being is because it is such a small build. So we're just gonna take this up, and we're gonna use some I think we will use the cyan stained glass, or the light blue, cyan, light blue. Let's have a quick look. So we use the cyan because it's got more of a sort of window looking through. Now, I normally hate building with panes, because the first thing you notice is if I'm going to use this as my windowsill, it's going to literally mess it up a little bit. So, in fact, you know what? We're not going to use the panes. We're going to use the blocks just in case. Obviously, yourselves use panes if you prefer. But I'm going to use the blocks just in case I want to add them sills later, so that you're not doing it right or wrong. Right, you're not doing it wrong by doing the windows in panes. It's just purely I want to know that I can stick my window sills on if I want to. So let's just go ahead, finish off this wall here, make sure that it actually seems tall enough. Now, I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually check out how this will look if I layer this over the top. Just to get a quick look of really how it's going to look. If we do that with the windows, see, it wouldn't look right because we'd need it there, and we'd need another one there. So yeah, it would just be, we'd end up with these huge windows, and I think realistically we should change these over to light blue. I'm not going to change them now, but for yourselves I would go with light blue personally. So if we just go around, we'd make this shape up now as we go. So we're going to go, that'll be our second block on this side, and then we're going to go 1, 2, and then chuck a glass down for 2 high, 3 high, like that. I'm starting to think maybe that is a bit too tall, but the window sills will cover that. I don't particularly want to be going any lower, because obviously the doors, I try to stick to the rules of like keeping it at 5 high. I will drop down to 4 every now and then. And I do really want to be putting in the door frame as well, and it's really because I'm just trying to make a bit of space. So I'm going to make this 3 in length. And for these windows on the inside, we're going to want light blue and white wool, and we're just going to do that, same as we would have done on the other builds. And then for a door, I'm not sure whether to come out one, because obviously we're going to have stairs going over the top, which is a bit dodgy, so we'll check it out like this first, just to be on the safe side. So 1, 2, 3, pull this one up, and then we're going to need red, and I think we'll stick with the red stained clay. Now, I'm not sure if this frame's going to have to move back into it, because obviously the stairs are then going to come down as well, which means part of it. Now, that's what I was thinking of doing, like that. Let's have a quick check of the size compared to the doors. Now the doors do actually seem that little bit higher, so I could actually go the one above, so we could make it to the 5. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're already at 5. Handy stuff. So okay, we'll put that down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. I don't know where I jumped ahead of myself. And obviously we'll chuck on a tripwire wire just to make a door handle, and then start working our way back around. So one row right next to it. Now it is looking a bit, well, it's not looking odd, but we'll work out as we go now. So we've got 1 in. Do we really want an extra 1? And this is where the problem with the door frames come. So instead of going 1, I think we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2 this side. It's really only because that door frame is on the outside rather than the inside, because we still need to put another door in right next to this part here. So now we've got like the corner, rather than it just sort of taking over. So do it like that. Grab a half slabs, red clay in the middle. Hey Dream Gold, how's it going, man? And we just pull these up. So we've got our 2 door frames in, and we're just going to pull this wall all the way across. Now let me work out my distance here. I know there's a few more windows. It's really annoying. I've only got like 3 pictures that I can sort of rely on, and none of them show the back of the building or the far half where there's like the sort of like an alleyway going underneath. 1 second. So we've got like the same size windows in the middle. Oh no, we've got 2. We've got 1 large window, then 1 small window. Right, so we know we're going to need 7. So I'm just going to count this out. It sounds a bit weird, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This will actually be wall on top. I'm trying to work out the top at the same time as doing the bottom. So we got 1, 2, 3. And we do actually have a small window on this layer as well. So we'll put it in as 2. We'll try and keep it to the same as the other ones there. Except these ones won't have like details on top. So this row can come across as well, and that one. So we've now gone 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to work out the top at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, then a window, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this can all be walled up. Not forgetting to put in your glass. And we're still going to use our window sills, which we'll put on the bottom layer of glass, like so. Let's just have a quick look. So we know 1/2 above this is where our landing is going to be. And that's going to come all the way across above the door, sticking out to there. So good, we know where our hallway, our landings go in, or balcony, whichever way you want to put it. So just to really make sure that it's there, I'll leave it like so. So we got our small window, we're making our way back. We still need to do that hallway part, but I'm still trying to very much keep in touch that the top's got to be pretty much the same. So if I start my top window about there, 1, 2, and then a third. So we got the door's going to move over, so it's going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to chuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How far over are we? Let's have a quick look at my thing. Oh, I've got 1 too low there. What am I thinking? Let's chuck this back on. So we're going to go 1 from this door. We go 1 over, then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do that for our 3 high. Might as well just chuck them in while we can. So we've got that done. Then we need a door moved over 1 touch. So if I just layer this one, so the frame's going to be 1 over from the one at the bottom. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So like that. So it does take it in a little touch close, quite close to the edge. But at least it did move and we didn't lose the placement of it. How many did we go? Because this one will line up and we just got our 2 blocks this side. And I know this is a weird way to start a build. It's just purely, we want to get it right the first time. So we're going to build this one up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've still got more doors to do then over the other side as well. And we pull this across. So now we know our doors are fitting in. They're in the right spots. We're going to come down. We're going to build this one. In fact, we might as well just do the whole of this. And then I'm going to come all the way across, leaving our space for our window. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 rows of that. That's a chuck in the windowsill. And this should sort of depict how high we are going. And we still need to go a few more blocks higher than this window. But we start to see what we're actually working with. I'm going to go blue and white. And then we're still going to put 1 more over the top. So we now start to see our height build up a little touch. So we know now that when we get to the top, it is actually all going to fit in. We haven't got a problem later on trying to make it all fit. And if you're wondering why the frame at the bottom is 1 off to the top, it's purely because the build is actually done that way. And I'm just going to fill in the doors just to give it the effect that it is done. So that we can get some sort of look at it to see how big this build is actually going to be. Because my main worry with this is that it was going to end up too small. Looking at it now, I can see that with the 7 windows in a row that we've actually sort of made that size a bit bigger. Now we're going to have to make this, I think we're going to have to make this 4 wide across there. I think we drag it out the extra 1 as well. So this is going to have to be 4 as well. So like so. But we'll get onto that in a minute because obviously we still need to put our stairs in as well. On this side, we can actually build this up the same because we now know where our windows are going to start. So we've got a starting window here, so in exactly the same place as the bottom. So we go 1, 2, 3 up, grab our glass, do our 3 rows. And 1, 2. Do our window sills while we're here. And another quick row across the top. And drag it up to the same height. Now obviously the bluer windows would have been nicer. Because you'd be looking at blue rather than just windows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that is done. And we may as well chuck in a window sill across this one. So we've now got this. We're now looking at one half of the actual build itself. Now I'm not sure what to do with the back ends of the houses. I'm just going to look for a quick picture that may show a different angle on a tapped out building. So hopefully we can find something a little bit more workable. I'm sure there was another picture here somewhere. Obviously not on this one. Nope. So we've just got windows in the back, and I think we're going to do the same on both sides. So let's just drag this out. And this is going to start telling us how wide our building should be. Now we know that we're going to have the 7 windows, the same as we got in the side there. We're going to have the same here. And I'm thinking if we go 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2. Now I'm hoping I've got this right now. So 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do 3 rows of that. I won't do all the rows just yet. Because I want to make sure that we've got this right. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. So straight away, if we go after the 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that is not enough space, although 1, 2, 3 on the end. Look at that, that's perfect. Fair play. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to end up with, let's just check this out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm not happy with that personally. So I'm going to knock 1 off. Add 1. 1 off there. Oh, better off starting from the bottom end. So we're going to add an extra block here. Now it does put the build sort of a little bit off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Compared to the picture. But this is just pretty much part of getting it done, really. Is you sort of got to make compromises in the right places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we add an extra one. So we managed to add like 2 extra blocks, and I'm thinking for now we're not so much thinking about the inside. So if we just go ahead and get this done, and do the same with this window, and then we can build up to the second level, get that one done as well. Oh man, I really wish I used them blue windows now, because I wouldn't be looking straight through at grass. I would actually be looking at something a little bit nicer. So let's just pull this across until we find our level. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we know to start our windows on the next layer. So we're just going to do this, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Is it 1, 2, 3? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So I'm going to add an extra block as well onto the far end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do our 3 rows. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our 3 rows of glass in here. So we've got it like that. And then we've got our 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we still need to put this extra block on. And it's just sort of bought us a little bit more space. So that the building doesn't look so silly. like I done it with the Lovejoys, you follow the tapped out pictures, and you end up with a very thin house. And you sort of got to make compromises, which I wish I'd done at the time on there, to really sort of, if I had known the way it was sort of showing in the pictures, I think I would have taken a bit more time before I'd done the video with it. It still looked good from the front, but I just wish it was a fatter house. I was trying to follow the picture exactly, and it's okay doing the outside like that, but when you think about the inside, then it sort of stumps you a little bit. So there we go, we've got our windows in the back. It does look a bit too wide on the columns, but there's really not a lot we can do with that, because we do need them in there. So we've got our 4 windows, and then we're going to have to do the same across the back, more windows. Now I am trying to look up more pictures to sort of make sure that I'm right by wanting to add the more windows, but right now I think we're going to have to come back, work out this middle part to make sure that it's all done the right way. Let me just come out of this picture, come back into this one. I don't know what this is, whether this is a little window or whether it's just like a little detail. It seems kind of a little bit weird. So now the next part is do we go down in half slabs or do we just use steps? So we can obviously layer this out. 1, 2, third row, and then a 4th. So I'm thinking now we've got enough space, we now really want to be thinking about putting in this sort of under tunnel through to the back as like a back lane entrance maybe. Really struggling with pictures at the moment. Now I'm not sure if it actually walks all the way through or whether it's just a car garage. In one picture it just shows a car garage, and another one it shows just like an alley. It's kind of really hard to tell. I'm looking for a tapped out picture now, and as usual the moment you're looking for something particular, it is now no longer available. Sorry guys, bear with me, I am really just trying to make sure that we get it right first time, and then we know we're done. So I think we're going to go ahead and do it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it, it's definitely the same height as the doors over there. So if we just take this block all the way across, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then on the 8th, drag it back down. Now I'm not sure if this is like a drive-in sort of like garage or something along those lines. So I can't really help you on that side of the build, as it's not really obvious what it should be. So if we carry on from this part, we've now got our alley in. Sorry guys, I'm sort of switching from one picture to another, just really trying to make sure I don't miss anything out. Now, I get the feeling that this is actually very much the same, the opposite way around. So okay, we'll just work on the fact that it's very symmetrical, apart from these windows up the top here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to have to do the 4th as well, just to... I think we will do the 4th just to really make sure that we haven't got it wrong. And let's just have a quick look at our picture. And we want a 2 window in there. So we're going to go 1, 2. Do we still want to raise up? No, we're fine there. So we're going to go with our windows, a row of 2 that high. Drag this one across. leaving us this. Now the problem I've got is I think I'm going to have to do this sort of reversed the other way. The only issue there is, are these the only windows in the middle? I think they are, because there should then be another door this side. So we'll just carry on like this for now. But I think I'm gonna have to like sort of do it in a symmetrical way. That the doors, let's drag this over as well. And let's just say we start the door. It's kind of really weird how they're both sort of stepped out one. So if we step this one out, no, we're gonna have to still come one block over. It's gonna look a little weird, so we're gonna start doing our door here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come across 3 on the 4th. Do the same again. Now I know this is a weird build to follow, but it's actually more just the case of trying to work out the placement of where we want to be, and I want to try and keep it symmetrical with this. So I've got 2 blocks. So I remember to stagger the top door the way it is on top. So let's go ahead, finish off this door as well. Finish it off with a handle. And then we want another door right here. Come across 3. Using our slab to just cover up the top. And then put in our door. Ooh. So like that. Hey Dream Gold, how's it going, man? I haven't spoke to you in a while. You back on your Xbox now? So we're just going to follow this across, pull it across past this door. And then if we look at the other side, we just see how many blocks we got. We've got 1, 2, 3, then the windows. So if we count from the bottom, we go 1, 2, 3, double them up, and then we got 1, 2, and then do the third with a double on top, and then we just want an extra block like that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, then 2 for the window, and then 2 for the end. And obviously we're going to place these up 3 high. We can go ahead and fill in this wall. Like so. And using our blue and white, so we're just going to reverse it. We chuck the white on the outside, the blue on the outside, sorry, miles away then. And now we know we can finish off with our slabs across here. So it's going to be, how far did I do it over that side? Not quite over to the window. So like that. Our 4th row. I hate building with slabs, but it was the only way I could really see this build sort of coming together nicely. So I'm hoping that's enough space, because realistically you're going to end up with the path of 2, because this is going to need some sort of fence around it. So basically now guys, it's all about just copying the other side. So we're just going to move this frame 1 over. So instead of being on this block, we're going to move 1 over to there and there. So sorry, pull them out. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Followed by our slabs. And then obviously our door material inside. Now I know it is a weird way to build, and normally I wouldn't say I'm more straightforward normally, because I'm definitely not. But it's quite hard to understand where we really need to be on top before you finish the bottom. But if we don't work out the top on this one before we do the bottom, we're going to end up sort of putting pieces in and then pulling pieces out, and we'll be doing that for most of the video rather than just getting it done. So I know it is a little weird, a little different to how most people go about the builds, but at least this way we get it right and it's done to a good standard. Now what I'm trying to do with most of my later builds, I mean not so much with Springfield anymore, because we've been doing it too long to change too much, or at least it will be a project after we've finished the project as such. But now I'm starting to try and leave enough room for redstone, like for doors. So like these doors here, so a patch will open, like 2 blocks will open on the side, so you could do sticky pistons if you wanted to, because it does make all the difference not having to include them really shoddy doors. So do our 3 rows of this. Ooh. Finish up our wall around as well. And then following suit, white and blue. Pull this across. Oh, like so. And now it's just a case of copying the other side. So how many blocks do we use? 1 or 2? So we use 1, 2, then 7, then 1, 2. So we're going to do the same over this side. So we're going to go our second block in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2 layered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do 3 rows of that. And we're going to pull this one across. And then I think we need to go up another 2 blocks. So there's our 1, there's our 2, and now we need to 1, 2, put in our window, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our wall, which will then go 3 high. So we then got this, and we're just going to drag it up just to make sure that we meet up with the same size, like so. And now chuck in our windowsills, and obviously I still need to do these couple the quick way down. So 1 in there, and then our last row across this side. And now we need to just make sure that we copy this side completely identical. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, then our 7, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then a 7, and our 4 again. So including our block that's already there, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can build this up. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 1, 2, and then we're going to build up 4 with a double layer, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then build that one up to our 4 blocks on the end. So chucking in our windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the same over here. Just a double cap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, fine. So we do our 3 layers of that. Build it up. Remember to build it in the opposite side, like so. And then pull this one up, our 3 layers as well. Now guys, when it comes to building ideas, I know a few of you do chat me suggestions and I just say yes, and then sometimes it never gets done. Now I have the best intentions of trying to get them done, but sometimes I just don't get round to it as quick as I really want to. And before long I'm trying to suck all my time, put it back into like this Springfield build, a couple of other builds. So don't feel that I'm ignoring you, or I'm really not, or like if you want to like visit the Springfield and stuff like that, I say yes, and I do have full intention of doing that. It's just really with the family and stuff, and then when I do get the chance, sometimes I just really want to get another project done, get the video done. So it's just really hard trying to fit it all in. So, you know, don't feel that I'm not doing what I'm saying I'm trying to do, or, you know, I'm not gonna turn up, I'm not gonna do what I've said. It's just purely life. That's the only way I can explain it. So I think we'll go have a check on what Bradley's been doing over there in a little while. We'll just finish up the back of our building here. And then we know realistically we can drag this side over to that side. We'll just chuck in these windowsills. And then I think we've got to do the stairs at the front once we tie the back in. But for now I think we'll drag our blocks across. Now the problem for me here is I know there's going to be a good few windows. So I think there's going to be the 7 window here. And I think probably on the back we'll probably have the 2 sets of 7 windows. However way you're going to try and make that work. So it'll be about 4 sets of 7 glass. But we'll work out as we go along. Now my main problem is because I don't know whether this is a garage or a walkway. I'm wondering whether to just do a walkway, because it will look a bit more, maybe it'll look a little bit more like it should. Let's just have a quick let's do it like this. I think it should be a garage, which is really annoying because now we're going to end up with something that's not really in the build. I mean, if it isn't a garage, it's only a case of sealing this wall back up. If it is a garage, sorry. It's just a case of running a wall across this gap we've left here. But if it's just a walkway, I don't know, it looks different. We'll just put some lights underneath and it will look quite, well, very different, I would have thought. So now we know where we are, we can just sort of do this on the back. J-Swag, not right now. I'm just literally just putting the build together. And this map, if I'm honest, is quite honestly my baby of Minecraft. This, I've been putting a lot of work into this. So there we go, we got that. We're going to match up to the front window there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably can do afterwards, man. I just, to be honest, I don't let many people on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, not sure if I really want a 7 window so close. Maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we pull it across. 1, 2, 3. Give me a chance just to finish this build off, man, and I'll invite you in then. So we're just going to chuck in these windows. I'm going to keep it as 7 because I'm just really trying to sort of. I'm thinking actually we'd double up that column there, and we'd take that row out. So we'd do it like that. Remember to fill this one in with our clay. Trying to remember to put our windowsills in. And then really I want to get round the front, and I want to see, does it look like what we're trying to achieve here? Let's go over this way because we can drag this one all the way across. Suppose I might as well just pull it across anyway. And we're going to stick like we have over the other side. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 column, 1, 2, and then I think on this side we'll actually leave the window for the 4 blocks like that. Now I don't really know where these windows actually go on the back because they actually show no pictures of the back anywhere I've looked. So I'm just trying to place them strategically so it doesn't put the build in an odd sort of look. So I think that is how our windows are going to have to be placed. It does put a big gap in the middle, but obviously you don't have windows literally everywhere in every building. And then our last row up here, and then we can move upstairs. And then pull these ones across. There we go, we're up to the top now. So we're going to try and match it up on the first one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably easier just to look at the bottom. And then we're going to try and match these ones up a little bit better. So we give it the full 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go over this side. Start putting in, so we know the window goes there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If we count across 7, how many blocks we got there? We've got 1, 2, and then, so we leave 5 off, we'd end up with 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'd actually end up with like a lot of windows. So we've got like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think actually we're just going to fill this part in. And then we've got the 2 windows on either side, rather than crowding in it a little too much. So we put these windows in. Make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somehow I've ended up with an 8 window. Knock that side out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yep, all good. Let's chuck these windowsills on while we're here. Chuck this one across. Try and bring it all up to the same sort of level. To the 2 rows of our glass. Just really want to get around the front now and actually see if it looks like 82 Evergreen Terrace. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Let's get this one done as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Trying to speed count. Let's get these windowsills done. Now if you are building this, I would definitely recommend using the blue windows unless you're going to literally jump on the inside and get that done. Because with the cyan you can see a little bit too much. Now I'm really wondering what to do for the roof on this, because really we should have like a ramp, and I think we're going to have to use the slab again, which is, okay, not the greatest. We'll probably have to use clay on top of the wall and then a slab on the outside of the wall. Not sure how that's all going to fold together too well. let's just get back through the front. Yes. So once we get them steps onto both sides, I actually think that's going to look pretty good. So let's see, let's have a quick look at our picture a minute. I'm actually wondering whether to go half slab on the stairs or not. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is going to stop where the stairs stop. So we can either knock this one away, probably not a bad move, but then I'm just thinking if we're walking on it, we've only got these 2 spaces. I think we're going to have to stick to the slab, which is a little bit annoying. So if we do it 4 on the steps as well. I'm wondering if that's going to come down a little bit too slow. We'll give it a go. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt for a moment, just to really see where it leads. Now the other problem we've got with using slabs is obviously we can't use the fence either. And I'm actually now only just thinking about that. But then I'm thinking stairs are a little bit... People always tend to look at me weird when I say it, but they always tend to just raise a little too quick. Oh, we can get rid of that. What sort of stairs would we want to use? I think it would have to be the stone brick, because if not, it'll have to be the cobble. No, it's not quite what we were looking. Oh no. Here we go, man. Right. Knock that one away. So I'm hoping if we come out this far, hopefully we can do like a fence up both sides without them actually touching. Whether that actually happens, you never know. So one there, one there. Ugh. I think really we could actually do the stairs a little better, but I just want to see how far they're gonna drop. So we've got 2 blocks, so ain't gonna be there. Oh man, what are you doing? There we go. Not so bad actually. They're not as quickly going up as I thought they would. But the problem is like we can't use the stone slab, these slabs, stone brick slabs, mainly because it's going to put the build off at a bit of a weird look. So yeah, I don't think that looks too bad. I mean, I wish it did sort of drag out a little bit more down this end, but when you work out the same's got to happen over here as well. Let's start getting these in. Man, will you stop that? There we go. I'm gonna go to that one. Good. Like so. So There we go, starting to make some progress. Oh, it makes such hard work of stairs considering I use them a lot. So chuck this one across, this one across. We're doubling up just to make them look more stairish. Oh. Good. So there we go, got our stairs in. Now it is looking a little odd, but I'm putting that down to the tops. Now let me just get this right for a moment. So I think we're at the right height, and as much as I didn't want to do this, I think we're going to have to go with the stone slab and the clay. Or we're going to have to use the stone bricks. Awkward. I'm trying to get like a view of the top. Nope, no views of the top. Very, very handy. So, how are we thinking of getting around this? My idea was to do that, and then to do that around the outside of that. But now I'm thinking that's probably not going to look the best. But then that is the only option after. And I think we're going to have to double layer this up anyway. Not double layer it, but 2 rows out from the house. So we're just going to have to keep dragging. And I think we're going to have to come 1 more out. I absolutely hate using these slabs for roofs. But when it's the only thing to get the job done, it is the only way to do it. And to be honest, all I care about is it looking its best. I think we're gonna have to drag this out like 2 stones anyway. So we'll do this around the outside, and then we're gonna have to sort of like double layer it again then. So like that. Just pulling out the extra one, like that. And then obviously on the inside, we'll start, like not the inside, on the inside of the roof, we'll start going up by 1 block on the inside, and then switch over to clay, just to lay it much quicker. I'm not sure how to get around. Yeah, it's gonna have to go in anyway. Hey man, how's it going? So we're just gonna double layer this up, and I know this is a slow process. When I used to be able to edit my videos, I used to like just strip these bits out, but I really don't have that joy anymore. But I think it is looking pretty good. It's actually looking a lot better than I was hoping. A lot of these builds, like I do say to people, you know, I try to steer away from certain builds, because I know once you get into them, if you don't finish them on that day or in one part, you're actually going to struggle. And when I say struggle, I mean, oh, I've just had a sudden thought, is that clay going to disappear? Let me just do a test. No. Alright, that's cool. So yeah, we're just going to raise up 1/2 of a block just on this inside part, so it still looks the way it should do from a top end view, but at the same time we're going to switch over to the clay then once we've done this outline. So, oh man, I just ain't helping myself right now. There we go. So yeah, we're just going to get this outside line done, switch over to clay, get that done, finish up on the steps, and then it's just really just putting in like like street really. You know, you just want to put in some concrete just for a drive around the bottoms. We need to finish off the stairs. But I don't know how long this video has been. I think we'll have to go over and check out what TJ Bradley's done. In all fairness, I'm so happy and shocked that he actually decided to do some of my building for me. I think basically he sort of said to me, like, you know, up your game on the interior. Because just lately all my builds have become about the exterior. And when I first started, I loved doing the whole thing, you know, exterior, interior. And then I started doing the videos and it just sort of took off. The insides were taking so long that you couldn't really video it because you sort of just go through so many options. Which does remind me, someone did ask me to do like an extra video on the inside of the Simpson house, on the furniture, which I will do a little bit later. I also will do like a video on furniture and stuff, if that's what you want. The only thing you've got to understand is, like, furniture wise, apart from a couple of very little bits that I sort of thought, oh, that looks just like that, or I sort of made something fit, they're not actually my original ideas, so I feel a little bit cheeky to do it as such. I suppose at the same time no one else really sticks to their ideas. But there's quite a few people that do show like how to build furniture and stuff like that, and a lot of them people are actually learned off, which is kind of weird. So like, I just want you guys to know that yeah, I'm willing to do it, but I can't take credit for the creations because the furniture is not my build. You know, it's just someone else has done it, someone else has passed it on. Maybe we come up with the same idea on a couple of things. Man, this is taking forever. I'm wondering whether to just leave this, jump onto the stairs, finish them off, so we all know where we are with this build. I just really want to get it done. Yeah, I'll finish there because I don't want to make you lot actually watch the whole thing. So let's have a quick gander at these stairs. So the option is, let's have a quick look here. We don't need that no more. I don't know why I keep clicking into that. So I'm thinking if we use the stone bricks now, bit odd, but and we just stick them at the sides, so we know we've got somewhere for. Let's have a look. How does that look from a side? Does it look ugly? It does a little. So this is my worry at the moment. We've now got stairs, got these, and we've got the iron fence, but I don't think the fence is going to be of any use to us. I mean, we can give it a look. Maybe if we do it like this. So for everyone, oh, man. So like that, and we sort of have to double up on every single one. I know it doesn't look the best, but we're sort of trying to make the whole point of this series is that we can make what we want within vanilla. So if we do it like that, I actually don't think that looks too bad, because then all we've got to do, jump over to this side, do exactly the same. Why isn't that? There we go. So if we do it like this, I'm actually very shocked. I would never use rails on stairs because they've never done me any favours. Get out of there. So like that, and then we're going to obviously have to drag this around, which is quite nice because then it isn't connected directly to the stairs. So like that, and that. And I think we're going to have to drag this up another layer. Just to really sort of... Oh, man. I'm remembering why I hate fence. Not fence, but iron rails. So there we go. We're just... I know I did just miss a bit then. And it's doing it again. So there we go. So we'll do it to there. And we'll do the same over this side. Just remember to put our iron rails in here. And now we're just a case of stepping up the stairs. Like we did on the other side. So we end up with this effect. And obviously we've got to do the same over here. So what we're going to do is go forward every time, placing 2. So the one that connects, and then the one straight after. So like that. So 1 and then 2. 1 and 2 and 1. Leading into the 2. Oh, okay, I've actually left an extra block on over here. My god, what am I thinking? So anyway, you get the basic idea if I do this off camera just to repair mine. I think I did tell you guys to do it, or at least I hope I told you guys to leave it at the 4, like we've done over the other side. Now for me, I've got a massive cleanup job to do on my stairs. So guys, I'm not going to carry on doing another one because obviously you've just seen me do it once over. But I will finish it up just to make it look half decent. Now what we need is our concrete in, which obviously is another job I don't particularly want to be making you watch. So guys, what you're going to do is dig out 2 around the whole block to then put in, funny enough, slabs again. I hate using slabs so overly, but it is the way to get it done the right way. So what you're going to do is use our slabs around the edge, and then our clay as like a concrete sort of drive base around the sides. So guys, I'm not going to do all of this, but you will see in the picture on the video that it is all done, because otherwise you're going to be watching for so long, and I feel horrible when there's nothing I can do to limit it for you. Obviously when I had the upload studio and I could edit it for you. And then basically within this area you can literally just put clay in like that. Oh man, you hurt my feelings by saying this. Oh. So guys, I'm going to finish mine off off camera, so it's not a really overly length video. I still need to finish off the roof, finish off the sides. Basically, let's just have a quick look at the pictures just to be sure. Really, we could do a couple of plant pots down here. What would we use? We'd use the pot stained clay. So we go orange, maybe a brown one as well. Let's have a look. We'll grab that one, and then we're just gonna put some leaves on top, whatever one's really tickle your fancy, I suppose. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place one there, and just like that. And then if you just really want to touch it up a little bit more, just chuck a little pot down in front of it, just to add a little bit more depth. So you end up with that, you know. And basically guys, that is literally as I'm going to leave it. I'm actually surprised it turned out really well. I think it looks as good as you're going to get it in vanilla Minecraft anyway. I dare say someone will probably build it better just because I've already just said that. But guys, I am going to leave it there and leave you to finish. I'm going to sort out my stairs and my roof and this area here, and probably within the video you will see on the illustration that is already done. So anyway guys, that's where I'm going to leave it. Thanks for watching. JSwag, I'll be back on in 2 seconds, or it's either that, just give me a message on my profile and I'll get back to you now. So anyway guys, thanks for watching.